Hi everybody and welcome to another I Do Makeup Ireland tutorial. Today our model is the beautiful Sarah and we're going to do a Brigitte Bardot inspired look. So we're going to keep the skin kind of dewy-ish with full coverage. We're going to make the eyebrows a little bit thicker, nothing crazy. We're going to use two colours on the eyes to keep it nice and simple because she really just used a solid colour and had kind of flicked liner. And we're going to put a lot of emphasis on Sarah's lovely peckers and just make them slightly bigger, even though they are pretty huge at the moment. And we're going to contour ever so slightly. So I'm going to use full coverage NC30 foundation by MAC all over the face, and this is full coverage. It gives you extreme coverage. And I'm going to use my 187 brush by MAC, and again go around in circular motions and cover the entire face. So we have our NC30 all over the face, full coverage, and now we're just going to pop on a little bit of NW25 Moisture Cover Concealer from MAC right underneath the eyes just to cancel out any red or any purple tones. And I'm going to use NC30 Studio Finish Concealer by MAC just all around any areas that I want to conceal where the red tones are coming through, but the full coverage gives you such good coverage that it's not really that necessary, and Sarah's skin looks really lovely. I'm just being a little bit particular about it. So I'll just do a wee extreme close-up of that so you can have a look at it. Okay, there we go. Just really flawless and beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll pop on some powder just to secure everything in place. I'm going to use my MAC powder, the mineralized one, in medium plus, and I'm just literally going to pop it onto the T-panel as well. Rightio, so that is the powder on. Now we're going to sculpt the face ever so slightly, and I'm going to use matte bronze for that from MAC, and it's a lovely bronzer that I always use, and it doesn't have any sparkle in it, so it's amazing for getting a lovely defined finish that isn't too obvious. And I'm just going to do a soft contour this time, so I'll turn Sarah's wee face around so you can see what I'm doing. So starting in the hairline and just going right on and above the cheekbone. And down the jawline ever so slightly and underneath the chin just to sharpen it all off. Beautiful. Same on the other side. Okay, so Brigitte Bardot didn't really have like crazy defined eyebrows at all. However, I'm just going to make Sarah's eyebrows a little bit more defined because one brow is shorter than the other. So we're just going to make them the same basically. We're not going to do any major work here at all. And I'm going to use Fling Pencil by MAC, which is great for the old blondes. So I'm just going to do most of the work on the left brow. So I'm just using my mascara wand just to feather the eyebrows up so they kind of look a little bit rough and not too perfect. Great. Right, so the eyeshadow that I'm going to use today is a green one that unfortunately you can't get in MAC anymore, and it is called Velvet Moss. I'll just show it to you. It's quite an intense, like real grass green. I'm sure you'll be able to get this colour in most drugstores anyway, like from Rimmel or from Maybelline or whatever. So I'm just going to press it onto the lid and cover the entire lid and then just blend it into the socket. So it's going to be quite a dense colour. She didn't really do like a smoky eye as in like a really blended eye, it was just a real dense one colour all over the eye and then a winged line, and that was really it. Low maintenance. And I'm just using green because I always use browns, so it's just nice to see a different colour for a change. So using my 217 brush and just gently buffing it into the lid. We're not going to use any shimmer here at all today on the actual eye. Even under the brow I'm going to use a matte highlighter. Let's open up your eye. Okay. Right, so I am going to use a colour called Feline, and I'm going to bring it into the waterline, and then I am going to bring it underneath the eye itself and smudge it in. I'm going to pop Sarah down a wee bit for this. There we go. So Feline is just a basic black from MAC. They also do one called Smolder. So if you can't get Feline, get it, because it's just as good. So popping it right into the waterline. And if you look down for me, and underneath the top as well. So your black line is constant, follows through all the way around. Sorry Sarah, look all the way up for me. It can be very tickly and quite uncomfortable. So it looks a bit weird now, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to smudge it up so it's nice and soft, and we're going to do a black liquid line on the top and flick it out also and make the whole thing a little bit more smoky. And I'm going to give it a bit of a flick, and we're going to make the sockets darker so we have a really definite colour. Open? Okay. So getting our flick quite defined. Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Okay, there we are, next one. So we have finished our liner, and we've got our lovely green on. So the next step is just to make the socket quite solid. So we have just one colour going on, and we're going to use Mylar, which is a highlight from MAC underneath the brow bone, just to introduce a little bit of light. So we're going to pop on a black colour, well it's like a grey black from MAC, and it is called, if you can see it, hold on now. It's called Print, so it's like a grey black with a little bit of a sparkle to it, but it's a really lovely easy colour to blend, and I'm using my 222 brush to pop it right into that socket. I'm just using the tip of the 222, getting it, setting it in there first, and then I'm kind of shuffling it around in circular motions just so the line is slightly blended. And look into the camera. Great. So we're going to go for a pair of Salon Services eyelashes called Salon System, and the number is 145. They're really extreme, But they're going to be great for this because this is 60s inspired, and they did go a little bit crazy on the lashes back then. So I'm going to use my dual glue in black. I'm literally just covering the rim of the lashes, and I'm going to pop them on. Closed. So we can see a little bit of a residue of the glue, so I'm literally just going to go over our line real quick just so it's nice and defined and consistent with our 266 brush and our black chroma line. Real quick. It does eventually dry clear, but I'm quite impatient. Should do it and open up. Great. Lovely. So one last little thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a 266 brush, which is an angled brush as we all know, and I'm going to use our print eyeshadow, and I'm literally just going to pop the eyeshadow on the lower lash line, just right underneath it, just to secure that little bit of smudge pencil that we have, just to prevent it from moving for the duration of the day. Because sometimes a powder over a cold pencil will just keep it nice and firm and secure. Lovely, eyes completed, so we're going to zoom out and I'm going to do the lips now. No blusher, for a change. I'm going to use a pencil by MAC called Oak. And it's like a kind of like a browny orange, and we're going to really work on the shape of Sarah's lips. I'm going to go slightly above the lip line, not too much, because again, she has amazing lips. Cherish. We're going to use a lipstick from MAC called Cherish. It's kind of like a taupey brown, you could say. And I'm going to pop that all over the lips. We've put the liner all over the lips as well, so it will hold the lipstick in place for us. So we finished putting on our Cherish lipstick, and it's lovely. We're just going to do a zoom up with that, so you can see it. There you go, nice and full. Check out those bad boys, beautiful. And I'm going to literally just pop on a little bit of a coral colour just to make it a little bit brighter. I'm going to use a colour called Vegas Bold by MAC. It's like a ready one, ready coral, and just put a tiny amount on top of our Cherish, just to again introduce a tiny bit of colour. So that is the Brigitte Bardot inspired look completed. It's quite simple, there's not that much going on the eyes. Two colours, so we have our velvet moss, we have our print, and then we have our feline in the inside of the eye smudged and secured with more print. Then we have the mylar underneath the eyebrow, which we have put fling on. And the lips are Oak and Cherish lipstick with a little bit of Vegas Fold just to introduce some colour. So I'll do a little zoom so you can have another little sneaky peek. And the eyelashes are the 145 Sun and Service one. They're quite extreme, but they're perfect for this look. And voila! And what we're going to do now for the crack is we're going to stick a little bit of black in between Sarah's two teeth to give the idea that she has a gap like Brigitte Bardot. 2 seconds. So now we have our black in the middle of the teeth, so it gives the impression of a gap. And I think you'll agree that, again, Sarah is the spitting image of Brigitte Bardot. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you in the next one for Scarlett Johansson. See ya!